Good night, everyone. Welcome to iRepSports, where we talk about the sports we love and we discuss it. So tonight on iRepSports, I'm Al Winter, and with me is O'Neill 1892 Campbell, Levon from, well, we have a Manchester United fan with us tonight. The man himself, Levon, and of course, another man from the Mighty Reds, Demo. Good night, gentlemen. How are you?
Big up.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back this week. Miss being with you guys last week.
Yeah.
I know it was a good show, but glad to be with you tonight. Welcome, Levon.
Yeah, respect for me.
Yeah, man. Good to have you. So what's on tonight, gentlemen?
First of all, me hype, me dip on a high. So even if me move wild, me dip on a high after today, boss. Me just put that out there, me dip on a high.
Can you imagine?
Let me tell you what happened tonight. Demo are going at the not Demo. Levon are going at the hot seat, and Levon. All you gonna see from the man tonight. Let me show you people. What go on? This is what you're gonna see from Levon tonight.
See there.
See him where
It started already. It started already. Yo, welcome. Yo, big man. Welcome, But guess what? You know it go already.
No petty business, man.
One red. But and strange enough tonight, he's in the Lions den because this is Liverpool. This is a predominantly Liverpool show.
Yep. He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah. He's all
one thing with me, I'm not scared of no battle.
Well said.
All right, gentlemen. I want to kick it off tonight by recapping the games over the past week. We had games on the weekend, but won't be able to go through all the games, but we're looking at the top games. We have had Spurs versus Manchester United. That ended 1-1. Let's look at that one first.
Yeah, make the man kick it off.
Before we even go into that, the problem is that we have a show once a week, but the issue at this time of the year, because of what going on, is that there's so many games that have taken place. So it's crazy. What 1 week can bring up, yo. That's the thing. But yeah, I love to hear the Red Devil supporter. What happened in that 1 hour game?
Yes, boy.
All right. Look at it from the first standpoint. I agree that Pogba and Rashford was just coming off injury. But as a United fan, right, I think that it would have been best served if Ole had went into that match with his best suitable team. So let's say you start with a Pogba. If he's not playing well, and since as you're probably scared of him, the injury occurring as it happened in the Arsenal match that he came back way back in December. But you give him, say, at least the first 60 minutes. If it's not working out, then you can take him off then. It doesn't make any sense to bring him on later in the match when you're probably chasing, because he will overexert in that sense. Because, number one, you're playing against Spurs, a Mourinho team. You expect them to sit back. You can't use two holding mid against them. Fred and McTominay in that match didn't make any sense. It's either you went with Fred or you went with McTominay and start Pogba. Also, a lot of people have been critical about Daniel James. In a sense, I'd agree. In that match, Daniel James wouldn't have been effective because you know that Spurs is defensive, and Daniel James basically operate by running in behind. He's that type of player, and since as I sit with Spurs was playing basically all-man defense, even the striker was defending. Can't put it on half. So you expect that players with technical abilities like a Mason Greenwood, even though me personally believe that Greenwood is more effective coming off the bench, and even that he's this young, he has shown that to us that he's more effective off the bench than when he starts. In the match now, United dominated the first 25 minutes. And we have all come to learn that if you don't take your chances, it will end up come back, bite you. That's what happened to United. Spurs counter. Maguire and Shaw stood there like two cones. Lindelof was reading the game.
The world's most expensive defender.
Cone alert.
Yeah, just have to be honest. Maguire and Shaw stood there like two cone.
Yeah,
Probably Maguire was more expecting Bergwijn to go out on the wing, but he instead cut inside. Lindelof was probably ball watching, didn't pick it up quickly enough to close the gap. While David De Gea.
Yeah.
The
Now wait
trainer.
to call the name in a better.
2
That is the
years now that
trainer.
man a feel me, you know?
Hold on. Lebron, what you say?
Yeah, man, he love
That's all
Dean
you want to
Henderson, man.
2 years now, brother. Yo, from that Portugal match in World Cup, they have been making some horrible mistake.
I agree.
A lot of people is saying that the shot that Bergwijn took was kind of difficult to save, but come on, you said that you're the world's best keeper. A lot of people have him as the world's best keeper.
How is that
I know that a lot of
difficult?
people might disagree with that, but a keeper of his caliber was expected to save that because it was taken directly at him. What I've noticed with Dea over the past 2 years is that he tends to open his foot. So it doesn't give enough recover time to come back if the shot is directed at him. So he tends to lean to one side first, and then by the time if the recover come back to the other side, already beaten.
But Lebron, one of the things with De Gea though is that his feet are what has set him apart from many of the other keepers in terms of his ability to make stops with his feet. But the issue in this particular game for him is some simple things that you think he'd do in terms of even that shot at him. You'd expect him to block that and be able to play well and get that ball out. When he plays Liverpool, he seems to go to another level and making some saves that you wonder where he come from. So
Arsenal
why is it, you know, yeah, but trust me, with Liverpool, he look like it from the day one. He might be against us. But we okay, so you said it's banded about that he is the number one keeper, which I'm sure we don't believe that in terms of the panel here. But what do you think? Where do you think he ranks right now as one of the keepers in the world? On current.
All right, to be honest, Manchester United diehard fan, but just got to be honest, he is not the world's best. Alisson and Oblak is either that man. No doubt.
Where would you put him?
Where rank him?
Yeah. Let's
get. Is he in the top 5?
Yeah, is he in the top 5?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Top 5?
The five. Let's see if we agree or pick the top 5 quickly. So we have Alisson, of course, as we said. Oblak.
Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen is
Courtois.
Who's the other one?
Courtois.
Think Courtois were there Madrid.
Yeah, Courtois would be in the mix, yes.
Courtois was going all crazy for a little bit.
Yeah, but if you watch him this season though,
I
threw Neuer off the ship long time, but it's like the man find a piece of farm is like almost back to his birth.
Can't get rid of my German. Now I'm there.
Donnarumma. Donnarumma.
Donnarumma is ahead of
Boy, look like top 5, almost top 10. Look like it ever want to leave him.
Top 5 miss there. And Karius.
And Celestin.
Hold on. Did you hear this man just say? Did you hear this? Hold on, Alric. Did you hear this man just say Karius?
Yeah, man, Karius.
Hold on.
Next game.
Hold on. No, it's on a serious note. Dima, don't go to mute your Arbani, you know, brother. You're a good youth, you know.
Next game.
From years now, man.
Next game,
man.
Yeah, for me,
Arsenal versus Brighton.
Arsenal Brighton.
Arsenal got beaten 2-1.
Yeah, I will take that one or be a part of that. All right, so listen. Arsenal has absolutely zero backline. Now, David Luiz probably rightfully is thrown under the bus for his defensive work or lack thereof. But to be honest, this man needs to be put further up the park. If you're not putting further up the park, he's gonna constantly be a liability, right? Mm-hmm. So this man needs to come out.
Before we go further, I know this is Brighton game, but in the City game, the goal that Sterling scored, brother, I don't know why man did that though. The control, not even somebody in a Manning Cup would have did that.
Yeah, it was terrible, bro.
Brother, this man
and obviously his confidence is shot, right? And as I said, defense is already not so competent. And then having him in a position where he has to make decisions of that nature in a quick time, he doesn't have that ability. I can't fault him for he's technically gifted to me. He has a good pass on him and he's able to play, but
He does.
And a
not
good
anywhere,
shot.
not anywhere near the 18-yard box of his own team, right? Once in there, there's a problem. Neil Mape, honestly, it was really unfortunate what happened to
Leno.
Burn Leno. Yeah, I thought that it was a poor challenge because the keeper already possessed the ball. The keeper possessed the ball.
No. This is a fear to every ball I go for that. Every ball I go for that ball.
Hold on, how is it fair? And the man have the ball in their hand already.
What mean the man momentum carry him into the keeper boss? The man not challenge for the ball. It's a fair match.
All right.
O'Neal. Him can't stop in midair, you know, O'Neal.
No, man.
Stop in midair.
Who was in midair?
When the man jump up for the ball, the momentum carry him the keeper. He just landed awkwardly.
We'll agree to disagree. I think Saint Mape put a little in that. But with that aside, Arsenal continue to show that they lack any resolve. It's been a long time their DNA they've had trouble playing against these teams and also being able to dominate.
That's typical of Arsenal.
And clearly Mape with his quality. And yo, that guy, come on, McAllister. Yo, the man come in with a piece of spark. And the team was able to drive forward. And they got more than they thought they would have, because I thought they would have settled for a draw. I thought they would have been okay with that draw, but to get a victory, it was a big plus. So credit to Brighton.
Before I go any further as well, that Mape goal was a really good goal because it was from also a cute angle.
The winner, right?
Not only a
cute the 1-2 and the pass.
Yeah, the faking of that and to have the imagination to leave the ball to his fellow attacker to spin around the defense.
And that same Arsenal team, right? You're making reference of their defense. So the man them give David Luiz a contract extension, man. Time for the man to pay for your contract.
Every other team depend.
Expired has also signed for 4 years.
That game that they lost to Brighton, I don't know what I was doing, but I ended up watching the guys on Arsenal TV. So, because of Corona, you had to social distance. So they were watching it. And
I was watching it too.
The guys, about 3-man walkout. 3-man walkout, and the one that's always cussing, he was there. And somebody called him and tell him that Brighton scored. And the man said, man started cussing. When he realized it's true, the man just walk out.
Yeah, remember, man.
Better, it's funny, but I'm Arsenal for me. But I don't know the fan manage, They're fans. I don't know they manage because it's like they always crumble.
Yeah,
they just always crumble, and I'm like, no, man, this is horrible. But
you need a revamping, man.
Well, all right. I think always is a little strong because that's not really the case. But I guess, as I say, in recent times, it's really bad on them. But I mean, just taking a quick look at the table, gents. The goals conceded by Arsenal, who actually, as we stand, is in 11th place with a game 11th with a game in hand, meaning Everton above them, Sheffield, Crystal Palace all have played 31 games, and Spurs, well, they can't pass Spurs if they win their next game. But long and short of it is they've scored 41 goals. Who can guess how many they've conceded?
I'm sure it's probably over 50.
The 41.
It's over 50, man.
Close to 50. No, close to 50. 41 apiece. So dead easy. 41. 41 conceded. Yeah.
That's probably the relegation teams. Them concede them goals.
Exactly. That's what I always look at. When Alric we talk about these things, I look at who's in the relegation team. Well, the relegation teams are horrendous, and they deserve to be there. 50, 59.
The goal difference is 0.
Yeah, goal difference is 0. So all right. Okay, so nobody below them has conceded more goals than them, but they're tied with Brighton, who's in 15, with most goals conceded. And so Brighton hardly able to keep a clean sheet. It's just horrible. They've not been able to do anything.
Brighton achieved that yesterday though, against Leicester.
Well, there you go. And then the coach, boy, the man have a piece of work for him, man, to try to get this team turned around. How is he gonna get players back? First of all, them now make Champions League, so send the money in there. And then for them to try to turn things around, to try to be competitive again, I don't know when they're going to return to any level of a semblance of quality and strength. To be honest.
Listen to me before we move to the next game. You mentioned Arteta. I don't think he's helping himself, because his team selections are so questionable at times. I mean, I wonder. Martinelli has been them. Martinelli one player of the month for them.
Injured.
He's injured. No, he's injured now, but he was on the bench for the game, right? And the Man City game as well. I mean, like, he was the player of the month for them before, and he can't even come on as a sub or anything. He started a team against Man City with pure kids, and then Man City run him trick. Then him come and play a strong team against Brighton. They need a goal, and we see him bring on Reece Nelson and them man while they have Martinelli on the bench. But it just never makes him not help himself.
Fair enough. Remember, Sir Reece Nelson is an attacker still, but I understand where I come from. That Martinelli has been one of the better players for them this season.
He has been outstanding, yeah.
Yeah.
But buy him right now.
But let's look at it from this standpoint, though. What sense does it make in bringing on an attacker when they don't have any defense?
Well, that's true.
They
needed a goal.
yeah. What means that you try to outscore your opponent? What stopped him when he just came? You saw that there were defensive deficiencies, and when you try to do is outscore your opponent and hope for the best.
But they don't have any midfield. That's a problem because, all right, the man who is basically the best midfielder, that says Xhaka. Xhaka is a walking record and otherwise injured.
Xhaka, listen, hold on, Levon. Xhaka and David Luiz, to me, they're in the same class. Believe me.
Yo, Alric, that is evil. Hold on.
Oh, you mean evil?
In terms of overall how they play in their positions, I'm talking about as midfield players.
Oh, just how they play overall.
Okay.
Xhaka and David Luiz are the same thing.
All right, you want say. The thing where Demo said, I have to agree with in terms of decision making to some extent, because the first game there was no sign of what am I about them? Ozil. What kind of craziness that? You get an expanded bench and the man didn't on the bench.
He never played last game either.
What's wrong with that, brother?
Man say Ozil don't fit.
All right. I take a brain of fit, man. All right.
Let's go on the next game.
All right. Chelsea, Aston Villa played Sunday. Chelsea won 2-1.
So me to start that. All right. So Chelsea were deserved winners to me. They really came out strong. They seem like they didn't even take a break from football. They were free flowing. Everything just a click for them. And then out of the blue, Aston Villa score. You're like, what really a go on?
I was surprised about that.
That was shocking. I mean, against the EPL, you know what I mean? That happened. But Frank Lampard, he met the subs. It was Pulisic, right? Pulisic came on and gave them the equalizer, and then
Giroud, 2 minutes later, Giroud.
Yeah, and it's like they deserve to win. Aston Villa, I don't really think them be off for that much in the game, and Chelsea were deserved winners. And Giroud is a guy who I rate from a long time, and he's very much underrated. The man hold up play and link up play is next to none, and he gets crucial goals. And I don't know why they don't rate him. I don't know how Tammy Abraham and the other youth them are gonna do when Timo Werner and all of these big names of Chelsea aside are gonna do when them come. But Chelsea seems to be going the right way.
Not going there, brother. Team are changing mind. Anyway.
Yeah, brother. Bring Chaka and Chaka. I'm there.
Website. In those sides,
Man,
if RB Leipzig turn back on that deal, Chelsea carry them go to court.
I think that's a done deal, boss.
Done deal, that man. See the man even come out and talk and even explain, say, happy to be at Chelsea. Although
play Champions League no more for Leipzig.
Not no sign, brother. Not no sign. I not believe nothing. Hey, remember what with Willian? When Willian
Willian
the Spurs treatment deal. I'm sorry, medical deal. Who told me see the man in a Chelsea shirt? Man, I don't believe nothing. It's sign.
But before
take care for we too.
But gentlemen, hold it. Watch this now. All right, so Leicester played yesterday and drew 0-0. They have played 31 games. They have 55 points.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea plays tomorrow against
You
City.
can't wait to jump on this now.
I am not saying a word,
They
boss.
play 30 games,
Leicester makes the top 4.
and so they're on 51 points. So you know they're not secure yet, because
Yeah.
Manu is behind on 49.
That is money.
So
Wolves,
Manu
don't
is
forget Wolves, Don't forget Wolves.
and Wolves there, and Spurs is behind on 45. So,
Spurs now make top 4.
but so here the thing, no? All right, okay, all right. So between those four, Leicester, Chelsea, Manu, and Wolves, top three, the third place and fourth place not safe yet. So
No.
that's an all-out war right there. So
No, there's no war. You can exclude
Why?
Leicester City. They're not making the top 4.
Leicester now make top 4.
No, they can.
I thought they said they weren't gonna say anything.
Brendan Rodgers.
You can't help yourself, no. You just can't help yourself. Brendan Rodgers, what?
Everybody know my stance. I want to take up the stream and talk about this. But I have already pointed out the fixtures that Leicester City has. And you see the last 2 games of them play, I thought I gave them that 2 win, And them draw them. Now them have Arsenal.
I have a 6-pointer against them.
Exactly, like the next 3 games are some hard games. We can't look it up right now, but we can check it out. Back to back to back. And that
one more recap now. Man City won 5-0 on the weekend.
Oh boy.
No,
Burnley.
That
was expected.
I walk in the park. I don't know what the scoreline per se was expected, because Burnley can pose a challenge at times, but just how they went out and approached the game, you saw that they weren't really gonna be getting much out of the game. They set up in a manner that was kind of negative, and and some of the teams still haven't really come out of the blocks yet. Obviously, City didn't play any friendlies, didn't play any games leading up, and they seem pretty fresh and seem ready to be about the business. Unfortunately for them, it's too little, too late. But
they narrowed the gap to only 20, right?
Yeah, they narrowed the gap to 20 something points, right? But truth be told, they look pretty good. Sane came on, haven't seen him in ages. He's a player that I rate and despise at the same time because of the goals he scored against Liverpool. Sterling still Sterling, he scored a goal, but Sterling coming to come. Aguero boy, the brother there.
He's going on the table.
Yeah,
I already did.
Yeah, he did this third, yeah.
You reached Catalonia already?
Catalonia?
He did it today.
Yeah, he did it today.
But what I have to say, the standout player, without doubt, that brother Kevin De Bruyne is a master class.
KDB.
Are you serious? So, brother, you really are gonna really move past Phil Foden?
Well, Foden. No,
come on, man.
To say move past Phil Foden, Mayo. Are you saying Foden's in the class of De Bruyne, Mayo?
No,
I'm not saying it's in the class, but you're talking about the game
how well he played on the
game.
But
it's how well he played on the day.
Even Foden, Foden had a brilliant game, yes. But even some of the passes leading up to goals and some of the vision that was, some of the plays that were done from mid of the field, it was KDB that was at the center of it. Foden did a great job in terms of following up some of the plays, assisting and so forth. I'm not going to take that from him, but class is class. But Foden obviously is going to come in and take over from Silva, which is a youth where I think outside of all of the youngsters in his age group and his category, he's ahead of the rest of them.
By far.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
I mean, Curtis Jones right behind, but, just
brother, stop, man. Not do it, G.
I would just have a squeeze that piece.
All right. So that's it on the games that we went. Well, one more to go. Liverpool played today. They won 4-0.
Remember, 2 seconds.
Come on, Dad. We played Everton before.
Hold on. So tell that just tell me side all the way. Don't do it, man.
We played Everton before.
Yeah, sorry.
And
you won 3-0 today.
Listen, man, let me talk about it, man.
Let me make it talk and then we talk about Liverpool. Go ahead.
Anthony Martial scored his first Manchester United hat-trick First
In his
career
life.
hat trick, and
In his
also
life,
the
yeah.
first since 2013 in the Premier League
Big
after
up to him.
RPP. Big
Big
up the
up to him.
baller, man. And
First man U player since RVP.
That Pogba and Bruno partnership seems to be clicking. They look pretty good today.
They did.
That was
Um,
expected. That was
yeah.
expected.
Yeah, it's actually looking like a partnership that is gonna be pretty formidable test. If Pogba stays, you never know he may do take him anytime transfer
Season
time come
done.
about, you know. Right. So but Fernandez has brought a level of class to the club, and you see that in his game it's pulling everybody else up.
Yeah, man. You know that I think I did a review on it, and I was saying that Fernandez has brought a sense of purpose into United, like Van Dijk did to Liverpool in that January transfer window.
Definitely.
Because
True.
remember that Liverpool defense at that time was all over the place.
Yeah,
Van Dijk came in, stabilized the ship. Then, as I always say, the rest is history. Fernandez came in when United midfield was like lackluster, can't break down those teams that sit with small blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since he came in, United has gone on our 13 match unbeaten run.
Yeah, 13.
So,
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 Levon,
the ideal 11 would be what? Because today they started with Greenwood, Martial, the front four. Greenwood, Martial, Pogba,
Rugby.
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
wait, before
Um,
him, I want to ask him something on you.
go ahead.
Um, Levon, I watched the game because I watch most Man United games, right? And people might disagree, but I thought that the man of the match today was Nemanja Matic. So no one get. I thought he had a very good game, and him work go unnoticed. But I thought he was the man of the match. We don't want to run with Matic. Why?
All right, yeah, it was brilliant, brother. But come on, against top teams, what that man a gonna do? You said the man slow, brother. That man is going to be overrun as is proven already in the Premier League when we play against Liverpool and the cities. Yeah, people is going to say he had a brilliant game against City. The same match I think got sent off in, but City never had to play, but City already to win the tie.
Okay.
Matic too slow, bro.
One of the things looking at is that particular thing I was gonna go to. You have Fred and
Exactly.
Matic. Fred and Matic started today, right? Was it?
No, man.
Fred never
I was Pogba and who started
Pogba,
in
Fernandez, and Matic midfield.
Pogba? Okay, Pogba and Matic, right? So your ideal level would be with McTominay switching for Matic.
That's it.
You wouldn't play
Matic, McTominay, because McTominay is more mobile.
You wouldn't play Fred?
Yeah, what
all
do you
right,
do?
Fred is a type that all depends on the formation, right?
Okay.
If you look at a 4-3-3 formation, if United is playing 4-3-3, then I'll probably go with Matic, depending on the opposition. If it's a team that play fast paced, then I'd have to play McTominay. But if it's a team that plays slow, like a Sheffield United and defend deep, then yeah, I could play Matic. If we're going to go 4-2-3-1, McTominay is the perfect person for that, alongside Pogba. Ole tends to also use the 3-5-2. In that formation now, that is where I use Fred, because he has defensive cover. Because to me, Fred can't defend.
Yeah, for real.
He has good passing range, yes, but when it comes on to defending, I remember that Sheffield United match earlier this season that drew 3-3. When we started the two Brazilians in the middle, and it was shambolic. Andres Pereira and Fred. So Fred would be more suited with a more defensive partner alongside him. If it's him alone that is doing the defensive work, then it's not going to work out.
Okay, get you. A good win today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Sheffield just a slide, boss. Boy. Not a good restart for them at all.
The break has been the worst thing for them. It really messed them up since they come back from the whole the COVID thing. They've not had a good
But
run.
if you check the levels too, remember that they are missing some players because Jack O'Connell, who has been one of the best defender this season, has been out.
Right.
And they were robbed that Aston Villa goal too. We probably would have given them a boost.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
What was that? I didn't hear that.
The Villa game.
The first game when them come back, man, the Aston Villa goal, they scored the watch never work or whatever.
Yeah, man.
All them foolish stuff. Yeah, that's true.
All right. Final recap: Liverpool versus Crystal Palace.
All right, before the start, I'll just sit back and listen.
Yo.
All right, Demo, run with it.
Hold on. Oh, hold
But
on. I think so the man could have angled, but the man has set someone say man sit back. Boy, no, tell you. I
but
tell you.
I
Go
know
through
the
the
listen,
thing,
game.
man.
Let
listen
me.
to me. Listen to me. I was at work watching that game on my phone, boss. And me
So,
guarantee you,
so was
if
I.
the camera they go to my boss, me get fired because me that go I I have never been so happy to be a Liverpool fan, and I've seen us win the Champions League from '05 and all of them stuff. My youth, we were purring like it everything a work. There was not one player we get below 7 for me, right? From the get go. Remember the Everton game? We never have Robertson and we never have Salah, and
I never look good at that much.
you can tell the difference straight away when you have Robertson playing left back than you have Milner. Like for cut back on him right foot and crossing the ball, it just break
Yeah,
all momentum and
time.
stuff, right? And
The
then
matter, the matter
Robertson,
of a left foot can use at times, but generally he uses the cutback. But he can
yeah,
use his left. He can use his left.
yeah, it's not as good as Robertson, right?
No
So
man, we know that. We know that.
you see when I saw the lineup, I'ma see the man take out, not the man, Klopp take out
Keita.
Naby, and he put in Genie, and I was like, but I think Naby played well
Yeah, but
against Everton, and
yeah,
he
Did,
yeah,
deserved
man.
he
use his left.
deserved
Yeah,
he
use
deserved to
his left.
start. But Klopp was using his tried and true tested midfield. Him just want to get this out of the way, right?
Yeah, man.
And she the break it, like as the kickoff happened, we realized that we were on it, and Roberts break down the left, and then we were just hunting in packs, and everything there happened. But that key thing, one more thing, changed the match entirely was when Zaha came off. I think that really boosted us because Zaha was one obviously their main man, and then after that they just looked spineless. They didn't even get a shot on target. I
They
thought
don't get in the box, you mean?
That's what I was going to touch on, brother. Be perfect. As I said,
They didn't get in the
dead.
box.
Liverpool is the first team this season that
yeah,
hasn't allowed that team to enter into their box.
Exactly. And I remember the one shot where them get from Max Meyer, we go well wide. I mean, like, I
Yeah,
can't even grade
solid
Allison
shot.
because Allison had nothing to do but run, go pick up the ball and pass it
Not
out of him.
applicable. No grade
13
from.
clean sheets and only has conceded 11. Brilliant.
Man, it's just, and then, like, we were having a goal of the season contender amongst ourselves. Trent free kick was just brilliant. The
Yeah,
pass from
man. Bad man.
Salah is like, you remember when he passed it to Mane against Manchester United? You're supposed to remember that, Levan. No, and the man just threaded through to Salah, and Salah just finished. And then Fabinho, like, the man just have a rocket in him right foot bars. Like,
Yo, the
the
man had the,
keeper.
all the time in the world.
But,
I was
but,
Hey,
like,
but,
hey.
I was like,
yeah,
One
what
but,
thing there,
Crystal
you know.
Palace defenders them
One
do?
thing there, you know.
I
The one
say
Salah.
it's like the one that is scored against City.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
but
yeah,
You see
yeah.
the
See
one
that?
against City?
out.
City defender will kick out the ball to him is an idiot. But that,
Yeah,
yeah,
He
Pep.
never.
Yeah,
Him a
Trust me.
don't
He
come
don't
never.
back
don't
next
He
week.
don't
never.
don't watch
He
that
never
part,
do it
man.
on
Just look at
purpose.
the goal itself,
Yeah, he
man.
never do that on purpose. Trust me. He
Me,
wouldn't keep doing it on purpose.
O'Neal, when me I play corner league and business house, one thing learn, don't clear no ball out
That's
the, into
perfect.
at the edge of 18-yard box.
Yeah, me
Fight
get
out
you,
front
man.
of
Me
the
get
field.
you. Me get you, man. Me get
yeah,
you.
yeah. So, but the goal of the game for me is the Mane goal, and I might say never flashy or whatever, but it's when Firmino get that ball in the midfield, control it and find it to Salah. I'm gonna see Salah play the one time with him
String it through.
the right foot through pass to Sadio, and him finish, open up him body and place it. I'm gonna say no, sir, and a Salah that Salah right foot are just to stand up on. You know what I mean? I'm to the man play that true pass. I was shocked, boss. Me nearly lose it. And then
Yo,
what put the icing on the cake was then me see Harvey Elliott a come on, me see Nico Williams come on, and
do
a
that to that sweet, you know.
Yo, when Mr. Nico come on and I say, yo, Demo, most exciting.
And the boy nearly score.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so me da lose it, boss.
If the man did bust in net, brother, different. No, Demo couldn't even come back alive at tonight.
Yeah,
But
mama. Yeah, I
no,
was happy, man.
hey, but I have to take off a half mark off a Salah, you know, man. What the man never set up? Give me a mean of the ball properly, man. Jeez.
I mean, I don't know. And
No,
it could have been 6 or 7, because Genie Wijnaldum could have scored a trick, The man just a kick away ball, like, bro.
Just one of them.
It seems like you're critical like me of Rashford today, even though I'm happy that he get it 2 assists, but Rashford
no man, hold on. The ball is still, me not lie. The ball where something to play to Rashford.
Pogba.
Marshall.
Oh, Marshall, yeah man, the 1-2.
Marshall should have taken that shot, the man. Marshall should have taken that shot, the man.
Yo, at the same thing me I said to Josh earlier since I said to him say, yo, Marshall should have been selfish self as usual and chip the ball like when do for the third goal.
I thought he was
But
going to.
then you have to look on it from a standpoint and say, all right, probably must say to himself, say, all right, I score one already. My partner doesn't come back off an injury, so I actually boosting confidence by giving him a goal too.
True.
Because when I look on the two of them link up, because I know that day I said to a person, say, all right, they must say, yo, we need to start Rashford as a striker and Martial as a left winger. I said to them that Rashford play better on the left wing. Running at you, that's Rashford's best play.
Yeah.
The thing is that both of them use each other as decoy. If you notice, when one is going on the left, the other one tends to cut inside to create that space. Draw the defender was towards them, vice versa. And if you look at the link-up play, even in the match earlier this season against Norwich, when Rashford backheel the ball into Martial, the link-up play is really good.
Yeah. But we now bring this back to Manu, so we'll finish up with the Liverpool game, right? So here's the thing. Coming into the game, we know as Liverpool fans, Crystal Palace is a bogey team. And then I like say Crystal Palace, they have a horrible season. They were coming off a 4-game winning streak without conceding a goal. Right? And you remember Christian Bull when we lead them 3-0 and all of this. They're a bogey team. They're the last team to beat us at Anfield, right? And it's like, we just run them over, boss. Like, yo, yes, clap. Well done, Liverpool FC. 2 more points to go. All right.
They're becoming the team. Obviously, there's maybe a little concern there in terms of how the team came out, especially in the first game against Everton. And they're wondering, which is going to be as I said, squeaky bum is going to be a bag of draw games going into the fixtures and City. Obviously, I don't think they would have caught it, but pegging it away and just kind of, I guess you would have said City auditioning then are preparing for the next season. And Liverpool have that entire time not getting players in, are wondering if we're going to get requisite players, etc. But the performance like this, it reminds me of the Leicester performance.
Yes, man.
That Leicester performance was, to me, I don't know, maybe this one rival with it, especially this one not having fans. So maybe this one is even better because there were no fans. But Leicester's game, to me, that fluid play, pretty much flawless, is the same reminder of this particular fixture in terms of how the guys played. And as Klopp was constantly saying in terms of the pressing, the counter pressing, it was at top notch. And this is what people would expect from Liverpool. And so going into the season, I'm going to project a little bit, maybe going ahead of the script, but looking at what Liverpool has to offer and what they need to get to do with Man United and their midfield prowess in terms of what they're capable of doing as well. And also City still capable of putting up big numbers, big scores, and pretty formidable. And Chelsea coming into their own. It is not going to be a walk in the park for the defending champions come next season. So it's actually going to be a very interesting EPL 2021 season. And then also with the shortened break, so in a couple of months' time after the season ends, we're ready to go again. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see the turnaround time.
Demo, it's the same thing I was bringing across the other day when we were on the live talking. I said to you that, all right, with City probably being banned from the Champions League for next season, right? Their sole focus will be the EPL. So don't you think that
that's
they
an
will be
advantage?
going all out?
Big advantage.
Yeah, they will, but we don't talk about us needing a creative midfielder. I don't think that we do. And that was a major thing.
I see you guys been linked to Thiago. He rejected Bayern offer.
We're going to get there, so. But Al, just before you go, Al, you remember this talk about Koulibaly? What? Listen to me. You see Joe Gomez, boss? We need to stop. We need to respect the man in the
Demo, but I don't say no Aldo.
Demo.
Remember Neta, 1892, the man dash fire upon Gomez.
Hold on. I can defend myself. Go ahead, Aldo.
Gomez today, and I look at it, and that's why I wrote it in our group. I said, if we get Koulibaly, that's a luxury. But you see Gomez, the
Wow.
man showed today. Say we don't really need Koulibaly.
All right.
Joe Gomez
Let me speak on this matter to defend my point. My only issue with Gomez, one dege issue
Injury?
is the injury concern, and it has happened pretty much every season. That's it. You
Mm.
always need proper cover. Koulibaly is going to be expensive, yes. So can we find
And
opposite
90 million.
He's
But-
not coming to sit on the bench.
yeah,
Thank
and
you.
we gotta touch on that too, you know, because
Demo, hold on,
we
guys,
don't have
hold
a team
on.
on the bench. Yeah.
But I was saying, I was saying it to Demo a couple of weeks ago that if you get Koulibaly, we can play three at the back.
I mean, probably.
We can play
I've
three
never
at the
seen
back.
Klopp done that.
But there's a
no other option.
but
because
there's
you
a
have to
guy.
play Gomez.
There's a guy at Milan, you know, Ragnioli, something like that's his name.
Romanioli.
Romaniolis, yeah. He's cheaper, about 50 mil,
Better than Koulibaly to me.
and he's a good
He's
defender.
29 years old, you know. Don't forget that.
And
Koulibaly at 29.
Yeah, Romanioli is around 25, 26.
yeah,
Hold on, you have to tell me, say,
cheaper and good, and he's a good defender. And he's being linked to Liverpool.
Actually, I think last season I was reading his stats, and his stats were better than Koulibaly.
No, hold on. Lebanon, you did well up to this point. Don't remember to throw you off the line. Don't do that. The same thing was done when them say, yo, hey, Maguire stats better than Van Dijk, you know. How Van Dijk go? Please, you don't do that. You don't go by stats, my brother.
That's
You look at overall play to brother. If you look at both of them, because watch both AC Milan and Napoli. You know why Koulibaly look good sometimes? Because of a brother named Kostas Manolas.
Yeah.
Important.
Manolas good.
Manolas is good enough, but I've seen individually when Koulibaly has gone up against players, he's actually had the better of a lot of players, and his strength he used. Let's say he doesn't have the. Maybe let's say for you grade him a little down from some of the players you're talking about technically, but what he maybe lacks to some extent there, he uses what he has well then. So he uses his body well. He's able to read some of the plays, and I've seen him against Liverpool's attack many times.
When Salah walk him,
yo,
walk him on done.
But O'Neal, the question Mother like to ask you, right? Would you spend $90 million on a 29-year-old defender?
When Van Dijk is 28, you know.
No. That is a no. I'm just
Van Dijk
looking
is
at
28. We have Van Dijk who is 30.
we're just looking at an ideal situation. First of all, Klopp not go for them type of ball there with them money there. And the situation was an anomaly when it came to Van Dijk. And plus, they would have said the money that was spent for him and Alisson was Coutinho money, right? So pulling the money from the kitty itself to spend 90, them not good at that. I mean, I think FSG stays either.
No, that's not the type.
Yeah. Secondly, he probably would be looking like you, trying to find a diamond in the rough, which he generally does over his entire career, and then tries to bed them in and bring them to the fore.
Gomez is one case.
Repeat, who?
Gomez.
Gomez.
Gomez Commander Dodgers, man.
I'm saying he's one such case because, all right, yeah, he came on them, but remember that he has really been fruitful under Klopp.
Rogers with that by Gomez came through Rogers, right? And now you're waxing lyrical about
You're
Gomez.
not going to win with that, you know. So
Yeah, that's what I'm always saying to Demo. That Demo, you should give them money rating still, though, because even though you hate him because of that, I know that title last is still a mad there, brother.
The man hate him. That's a good word. The man hate him, brother.
No. We're not have this discussion, right? Continue, Al.
The man quiet. Brother, but never say a man, yo, it's almost worse than me on my field.
We have 15 minutes to go, gentlemen. Upcoming games. Big games. Tomorrow, the big game on Thursday, Chelsea versus Manchester City. I highlighted earlier. Chelsea are in fourth, but them still not safe. Manchester United and Wolves are just 2 points behind. The only advantage Chelsea have right now is that they have a game in on Leicester City. So if they win against City, they go to 54, which puts them within a point of Leicester. But they're still not safe. So give me your thoughts on the game on Thursday, City versus Chelsea. And I also believe that Chelsea is probably motivated now that them get Timo Werner and
Hakim Ziyech.
And they are being linked with Kai Havertz.
Manager denied that.
Yeah. Probably
he came out in his press conference and said no official bid and he's not going to speak on players that are at other clubs.
What about Chilwell?
That is the one that they're targeting.
Leicester
is playing hardball though.
Leicester say no.
Leicester want 100 million. They're only willing to pay 40.
Yeah, man, take away yourself, man. What you want?
All right. So
City versus Chelsea.
City are going win the game. They just look. I don't know, man. Chelsea. I don't think they can stop them, but I don't know. Manchester City is just too powerful, and with Laporte back, it just seemed like them the next level. Not conceding goals since he's been back. De Bruyne and
defender.
It's just Chelsea did.
Anybody want to do a predictor score?
3-love too. City win 3-love.
Okay.
I see a mistake around there in that City back line. Probably a 3-1.
3-1.
You see a mistake?
That's my same thought. I don't see the mistake, but I can see City winning 3-1.
Man say no see the mistake. You what? You tell that man. When we get a draw again, are we not win everything? As I go?
Who?
We get a draw.
No.
Need a loss.
Loss.
All right. So now it's not gonna go to that end, but it's gonna be a draw. 2-2.
A high scoring draw.
2-2. Willian is gonna score, and Willian is gonna score.
Did you saw him in that previous match?
Hello. Did you see Liverpool in the previous match? Mike, I said Willian is gonna score. And,
next game, Southampton, Arsenal tomorrow.
Arsenal dead.
No, I expect Arsenal to bounce back.
Danny Ings has scored tomorrow.
Danny Ings is going to bust them neck. That you can bank on that. One way or the other.
Pepe did score a worldie in the game, you know. Pepe scored a magic goal.
You know what about Pepe? Pepe is that type of baller where he does nothing, as in absolutely nothing throughout the entire match. Then pops up with one moment of brilliance and everybody, oh, Nicolas Pepe.
Nah, I'm not really
Levan, I don't think he's that bad. First of all, one of the things that I always give players the benefit of the doubt, because especially with him not being in the league that long, he's still just a newbie. And we've seen over the years, there are many players who don't hit the ground running. They need some time to kind of get them feet wet and understand the system they're in and understand the league itself. But you can see some qualities from the player. You saw that a few games last season, and you saw that even in the goal. And it just takes a level of consistency. Will he turn out to be who you think he will be, which is just a player that pops up every now and then? Maybe. But I would at least give him the opportunity to prove himself.
But you have to think on what we see as fans, and as what we have seen is that
but there have been games. First of all, he's not. I don't think he's gotten a whole. How many? Well, I'd have to check the stats, but I don't think he's gotten a whole boatload of games. And as I said, the team itself is also crappy.
Yeah, they might struggle. So maybe
just the way the formation. Lacazette in and out, and I think the best bet is Obama and Lacazette starting. Pepe has to have that. As well in terms of those two players. So it's always a lot of chop and change on how the coach
you touch on a good point earlier too. All right. Do you notice that Pepe, Laka, and Abba actually work together when Ozil is in the team?
Arteta not seeing that. Arteta is tough, brother. And so that's why you see, if Arteta gets his lineup right when they play against Southampton, they're going to win the game.
Well, because even Kieran Tierney is back fit. Can't get allocated.
Hold on. Who Arsenal did play? Who Arsenal did play with them best lineup? Are we at Liverpool? If them players, I think, I think the first they had Ozil and the three man them, the four of them. Levan
They
call.
play them best side against me, to man, when they beat me.
When
Yeah, man,
That's what when Pepe missed the
spank them.
goal.
We spank
When
them
Pepe got
today.
the chance and missed the goal.
Repeat?
That was
I
the
remember.
game that Pepe got the chance and missed the goal.
Probably. Last year,
And he must have
earlier
run
than
back, like,
Yeah,
But I
man.
just said they play the best 11 at the match against United when they win, I think, 2-0.
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
And they
Ah,
play
Nah,
one of
I think it was Arteta's first win too.
the few games where they actually get to play the four players. It's kind of like Spurs. We don't really get to play the four that usually get them the goals. Kane, Ali, Son, and I guess it's Mora. Something like
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going
that. No,
3-1.
Ericsson. It would have been Ericsson.
3-1 who? 3-1 for who?
3-1 to Arsenal. But Danny
3-1.
Ings scored one for Southampton.
Levon, what's your
Southampton rejuvenated under one of my favorite coach in the league, Ralph Hasenhuttl. Probably go with them for Nicky 2-1.
2-1. O'Neal?
Yep, I'll go with 2-1. Danny Ings, man. Ings is the man. He's gonna pop up with a goal and an assist. And FPL stats will be rising.
All right, bro.
Saints for me, 2-0.
2-0
All
to
right.
who?
Saints.
Okay.
So me alone have Arsenal to win the game.
I did pick the last time. What did you pick to win the last time again?
Go to the next one now.
No, man, I picked
Another dead side.
City and Arsenal. I picked City to win.
Dima track
3-0.
record. Dima
3-1.
track record was good, brother.
But City won 3-0.
Yeah.
Team in contention for top 4. Wolves. Wolves visit Aston Villa.
Hey,
Okay.
before
Before going further, make sure I point this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Combination of Raul Jimenez and Adama Traore has been the best in the Premier League this season. Adama Traore has assisted Raul Jimenez on 10 occasions this season.
Today again, right?
Yeah, they did again.
I'm sorry, but I can't bother getting Villa Wolves breakdown. I'm sorry, Wolves Villa will surprise me. But listen, no one talk about that.
Just give me the
score. 3-0. Let me tell you something.
3-0.
What mean the brother?
Come on, same thing for me. Wolves to win.
Brother, listen. Adama Traore, the man, whatever they man do over there, so they need to keep feeding that information there. The man not only big like a truck, the man actually is having an end product, brother. And the man is scary. The man is scary right now. The man, the people ma bounce off him, and if him not, them not bounce off him, them ma bounce them down. The man couldn't get him off the
What now tell people, so you see that Nuno, brother, you have to give Nuno a lot of respect. Big coach. Because, all right, remember that Jota. Jota was basically an average footballer, you know. The man made Jota shine. Neves, whose head space was all over the place. Look at Neves now.
Shining.
Yeah. Wow. And if he's the one who turned Connor Cody into a central defender, him do
magic. He's the one who did it.
Hold on. We have to double check that. I think Connor Cody was centre back before.
No, playing for the 23s. He used to play.
How long Nuno did it?
Going 3 years now, I think.
Maybe you're right, but I think Connor was centre back in a just before. But you could be right. But forget that. Long and short of it is the team from back to front is very solid. Good keeper. Moutinho was an exceptional purchase.
Rui Patricio.
Patricio, excellent, wonderful.
That's the Portuguese goalie, you know.
Man just buy a bag of Portuguese and make them shine.
Thanks to the big agent.
Hold on, hear the thing why. Super agent argument.
That's what I just said. Thanks to the agent.
I didn't hear you. He has something to do with Wolves.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Even the owner of them is like this.
And then because he's Portuguese, any man who I met them name of Portugal, him going to get them to Wolves.
Hold on, man. Then I link to 2 youth on a Sporting one.
Who?
2 midfielder, same Wolves.
Charisma, the youth name Charisma too?
No, man. I don't quite remember their name right now, but they're linked to 2 youth on Sporting right now.
There's a young Charisma at Lisbon.
I saw that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And he's linked to Liverpool too.
But long and short of it is, Adama Traore has really transformed his game. He's really gone up another level. And as he's been touted to come to Liverpool, which I don't know it will happen, but I think he definitely continue to grow. But if he stays a year or two at Wolves under Nuno, he'll continue to grow as well because I think Nuno has that quality and he's bringing it out of them. But the
Yep.
combination, as Levon mentioned, with Traore, Jimenez, it's just exceptional right now. But the thing about what I love with Traore now, it's almost a carbon copy of the two goal. It's like the man break down the right hand side and the accuracy of the cross, the weight of the cross, and where he puts it, it's just phenomenal. And he did not have that a few years ago. He always had the pace and stuff, but didn't have the end to that. Now he's putting that ball in the box. And if you want a better attack, a header, Jimenez is the man. That youth then are normal. I would think, as you guys we discussed before this time, Jimenez would be a ball I would take right away, but where would you fit him? But if you could get him, trust me.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, header.
Oh, one of the players from Sporting is actually Rodrigo Battaglia.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
But I see Wolves further denting Aston Villa. Well, already confirms Aston Villa is going down, but further giving them something more to just hug up down a championship.
True.
All right.
I'm trying to
next Tuesday, because this game coming before we come back on next week. Manchester United visit Brighton Hove and Albion.
Man.
Another game that man. If Man U lose to Brighton, Man U could pack up them bags and go. Don't come back in the league.
Right now, could we easily win 6-0? Brighton, sorry for you.
Manchester United.
The game have me wonder, brother. To be honest, I'll look at the Everton Leicester because
that's Wednesday. That's next Wednesday too.
Yeah, that game there to me is gonna be a pivotal one because as Dima already alluded to, in belief say they will continue to slide at Leicester.
Yeah, Everton are gonna beat them still because if you look how Everton play against your side, if that brother Tom Davies and Richarlison were more clinical in the latter stages of that match, they could have easily nipped the game from you guys,
Hold on. Remember,
we could have scored too.
The shot that Davies hit, was not lack of clinical.
Joe Gomez blocked.
It was Gomez that actually tapped the ball onto the post. It was brilliant defending. But that would have been a nesting in the back of the net.
Yeah, but then again, what I'm saying is that if Richarlison had hit that shot first time, because remember that he took an extra touch, the extra touch allowed the defenders to come back.
Well, the thing about it is, I can hear your point, but a lot of things could be done where we say, boy, if Firmino they pass the ball to
understand that.
You understand? There's things happen. But one of the things is that why with all of that what's said, and let's say Everton deserve to win if you want to look at it that way. A Merseyside derby is completely different from an next fixture. Them thing there comes to derby.
But I said what has also contributed to Leicester not playing that well is that you notice that they are missing their right back. Ricardo Pereira.
Oh yes,
James Justin has been the one starting for the past 2 matches, and you don't know that Ricardo Pereira is. Otherwise, some Trent and probably AWB, he has been the best right back in the league this season.
Definitely.
Some games he was actually just right up there as the top man, getting goals. The man technically gifted.
Across the board, because you know that, to be honest, I think he's the most balanced right back in the league. When it comes to offense and defense.
Yeah. I would give you that because Wan-Bissaka better defensively. Trent
attacking.
Yeah, right. So I would agree with that. Pereira is excellent. So he's a big miss, and that offensive thrust that they would have, and the naivety, unfortunately, of Justin cost them almost cost them with the penalty.
Thanks to Casper.
Yeah, but so those things are key. Sometimes you look at certain other things and stuff. And again, yes, Dima will harp on rather than anything, but there are also factors that play into those things at times. To be honest, on all serious levels, sometimes players missing out in terms of being able to play fixtures. Henderson for Liverpool, I thought a number of times when people didn't look at him was a big miss because of what he brought to the table. It's the same for some other players in other teams that are key misses for what they do. So, for example, if we lose Salah and Mane or whatever, we lose that offensive thrust in terms of how we approach the game. Where for others, they can compensate when they have like-for-like players. But some players, they just give that X factor that others don't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So game before we come back next week is Leicester, Everton. My thing on that is there's a point when Leicester had quite a sizable lead that they wouldn't have fallen into this trap. But right now, they are basically just 4 or 5 points away from the team in fourth. And so Everton at this point in time, they are improving under Carlo Ancelotti. And I don't see the best I can see for Leicester in that game is a draw.
What Leicester has to do, and I could see where that happens again where they get another draw. And they have to hope that other teams negate themselves in terms of like a Chelsea playing City or they lose amongst themselves. But what I think they have to do without any reservation is try to play 4-3-3. You have to get Maddison in his best position. You have to get Maddison in a four players across the midfield doesn't work for him. When you have two attackers, they have to play where Maddison is one of the key components to be able to thread the passes. And when he has that influence on the game, the team is better overall. So I think you have to get him in, get Demari Gray on one side.
Man, you know that to be honest, this season, Harvey Barnes has really been the man though. He has been the go-to guy.
Yeah, man, Harvey Barnes hasn't done badly at all. He's done really well as a young man coming in. But again, he would come in as a complement to a Maddison, who has been brilliant. Vardy up top as usual has hardly gotten any service, which is not usual. So even those things, and Leicester has actually been playing pretty slow. That's not usually their game. And that's not game. Yeah,
unusual for them.
That's not their usual game because and you kind of see Rodgers animated on the sideline, kind of trying to direct them, but it's like what they've done usually they're not doing that. Sometimes with Klopp as well. Klopp kind of trying to direct the guys, and them start to play slow. Once them play slow and start knock the ball side to side and lateral, it don't really come out. So if they're able to get themselves back into the same system of play fast pace and going at a team like Everton, who will try to maybe have a level of confidence at home, hit them on the counter, the open spaces will leave the Vardy's and those guys opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So
and then
I think
the thing about that game is that Chelsea plays 2 hours after against West Ham. So 2 hours later, Chelsea is playing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's added pressure to Leicester.
Yeah.
So they draw today. Chelsea plays City Thursday, which is tomorrow. Then when they play next Wednesday, Chelsea is playing the same day. And so the pressure is on. And of course, there's Manchester United, which the Brighton game, that's in my estimation a must win. Not must win, a easy win. And then there is Wolves. Wolves to also have an easy game. So the chasing pack have games that giving them 3 points. And they're really
Everton. Glad that I mentioned even Wolves now, because if it comes down to a last day thing, there's a wicked piece of match between Wolves and Chelsea on the final day.
Yeah.
I think
Leicester have
probably going right down to the wire, man.
Who Leicester have on the final day? I think is a rival.
I think it's United them have on the last day, I believe.
Man, so
it's United.
2 finals in the last day.
It's that bad.
A drama.
But Manchester United don't have to worry about that. Leicester will be out of the top 4 by then. Just saying.
Wow.
You know what? I'm not gonna waste time.
Don't fight him. Don't fight him, man.
Yeah, we're not gonna fight him.
All right, quickly before we wrap up, gentlemen. Transfer rumors. Levon, your team continue to be linked with Jadon Sancho and Bellington. Well, you guys seem to be
Bellingham
from Bellingham. Sorry, from
Bellingham.
Birmingham. In what?
Dortmund basically get him on for 20 million.
Gone Dortmund. Well, I saw that first, but then I saw something else saying that Dortmund.
Yeah, it's not something that is confirmed. It's just rumors going around that he has already signed for them. Even though me personally, If I was in his shoes, I would go to Dortmund. Love Manchester United, but 16-year-old behind
And it's team,
Pogba, Bruno.
and it's team young players get chances in Germany.
All right,
Yeah.
the Jadon thing now.
Mm.
I think Ed Woodward is trying to pull off Bruno. In terms of Woodward knows that Dartman kind of needs the money.
Mhm.
Which is true.
Dartman wants over 100 million for him. Woodward don't want to pay that. He's trying to pay more like a 70 to 80 million.
We would not pay that bill.
All I can say to Manchester United fans, if United is going to sign Jadon Sancho, just prepare until the last week of the transfer window. We're not going to sign him early. I've
I'm
become
good.
accustomed to United and that. A lot of fans is cursing that, oh, why we can't be like this club, why we can't be like that. You have to take other things into factor that most players, when they are being linked to United, if their value was 20 million, it goes up by an extra 20 million.
Mm.
Yep.
So,
got money, man.
go again?
Enough money.
Well, that's basically it because, all right, look at even Marta. Marta was linked to United. Atletico wanted what, 90 million? He went to Chelsea for basically 60 odd.
I remember that.
Yeah, so United fans need to be prepared for that because most other, like Chelsea got 2 deals through the window, but they have to look at the factors that were in place. Both guys' release clause were very low, so they activated that. Jadon Sancho now, man have at least what, close to 4 years remaining in contract. Can't get him out of contract so easily.
I'm gonna hold for money that I got.
Exactly. So me personally, I believe United want Sancho for the right wing and possibly another DM because all right, a player in the mold of like say a Carrick or a Skulls where they can defend, but they also could spray those long passes. McTominay is developing, yes, but at the rate he's at right now, I don't think he's right there. If we want to challenge next season, probably we need to go to get probably a Ndidi or a Neves. And Ndidi seems to be leaving because Neves had to deal with.
Sports couldn't defend. But yeah, moving on.
They have agreed with agreed terms with William Carvalho. So that probably signal intentions that Ndidi might be leaving.
Mhm.
Big baller.
So
How about Bailey and Grealish? They're also being linked.
boy, Bailey too
The
inconsistent for my
Grealish one has been more out there than the Bailey one.
Brother, everybody
yeah,
wants
I know that, but all right. Let's say we buy Grealish, right? Where's Grealish going to fit into this team? Grealish basically play the same role that a Pogba and a Bruno play. You know?
That was about to say.
You're not gonna usurp any of those guys out of the team. So yeah, in terms of squad depth, you'd be good, but will Grealish come to United come right bench? Doubt it.
No.
Doubt it. The
Not at
Bailey one, no. Bailey more seems like across the town, more like City, because Sane might
I
as well.
know that link.
Yeah.
And the influence of Sterling, because I've been watching them keenly, and Sterling and Bailey is like this.
Yeah.
It's like the influence is there, and Pep, I think, is an admirer of him as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
from
one.
him time in Germany. So yeah. All right. Next on to Liverpool now. Thiago Alcantara. What say you guys?
Not happening.
Not up.
Yeah, I can't see that happen,
I think
brother.
so too.
Yeah, and all right. So let's say he comes. Who's he gonna displace right now? What is it gonna
But
be?
the thing is, remember the Genie contract thing and him not signing it, so people might say Genie might leave.
Yeah,
And
that's the man I would think that he would probably take away out of the team.
yeah, and Lallana leaving and stuff, but nah, I think Genie will sign. I don't see it now. If we never go spend the money, forget Timo Werner, which is more of a need for replace Mane or Salah when them gone. Why we go get Thiago when we have a lot of midfielders there already? I'm gonna see it happen.
The difficulty with the transfers for Liverpool, I think that Liverpool is one, and we discussed it about the ownership regarding what they look at the whole thing with baseball and FSG's love affair with the baseball team, Boston Red Sox, and the money they scratch for that team, as opposed, and I don't know the full dynamics of how they do that, as opposed to what they would splash the cash on for Liverpool. That is a concern, and then also how they seek to build a football team, and the decisions they make. So one of the issues is, well, with that aside, but the other issue is when you are going to have a squad like Liverpool, players coming in, like a Werner and others, really want to start. If you're not getting a starting job, and you're going to have a 40, 50, 60 million player on the
Exactly.
bench, that don't
Exactly.
make no sense. So trying to strike that balance is always difficult. So you're either going to find a player who is going to be willing to be a squad player, or you're going to find a young player who say, boy, I'm in a mind ride the bench until my time come to shine, etc. But to find the balance, have to get someone right in um, as a quality player to come into whether into the starting or to be comfortable to go in and out with whomever. It, to strike that balance is so difficult. So guess what? I'm glad I have that decision to make. I'm gonna leave it in the hands of Michael Edwards.
Unless somebody leaves, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's a tough balance, you know. But again, the concern is, which is what United is doing right for me. Unfortunately, rivalry there is that still having that youth, the mindfulness on the youth that are there and betting into the team is always good. Our age is 28, 27, 28, 29 for the main starters.
And that was what I was bringing across to Demo the other day. I was telling him that you have an aging squad, and it's time that probably the club should thinking about replacing an aging squad, because most of your players, as you just alluded to, is 28, 29 going up.
Yeah, but we're not going to replace him. 28 is still a very good
No,
age.
man, I'm not saying replace him directly right now, and I'm saying you should
Yeah,
start
that's
thinking about succession planning.
once you get closer to 30, then you have to be thinking about that for players. And some of them going to have a longer shelf life than others. But as I said, because everybody's on the same age, everybody are matching at the same time. It's not like, different ages coming in. The main players are all around the same age. Van Dijk, Salah, Mane type of thing. So that's something that's something that have to be very mindful of. But I have confidence in them to be able to make the right decisions based on the track record. So that is all. If we have nothing else, if we're frustrated, we can't do nothing else but trust the track record, and they seem to be ticking the right boxes for the last year and a half, 2 years.
All right, great. All right, we went over time tonight, but the discussion was good, and we still didn't even touch some of the things on our agenda. But
Yeah, there you go.
we will call it a night tonight. We looked at some transfer rumors, re Liverpool, re Manchester United, and there are other rumors out there as it relates to other teams. Chelsea being linked to Kai Havertz. Levon mentioned earlier Bailey being linked to City. I saw that one too. And so,
Or Gruich.
and what?
And Gruich.
Gruich. Oh, Gruich going to Gladbach.
If that happen, I go so upset. I'm going to rant on this, so just know.
Oh, and Alaba is also not interested in signing a contract with Bayern. So that's a player that is being available.
Alphonso Davies rubbing spot on.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's all for us tonight, gentlemen. But before we go, any final comments from each of you? Start with O'Neill, then Levon, then Demo.
Yeah. Well, I just wanna implore the persons to continue to support iRepSports, support the movement and what we're trying to do here. Like, share, comment as you see it rolling across the screen. And I wanna say special thanks to Levon for coming in into the Liverbird or the Liverpool den, and appreciate your comments, really solid, and I gave some really salient points. So big up yourself, brother, and I think we'll have a good connection with your team or your channel, and we'll keep the link going, man. So I appreciate the coming on board.
Yeah, man, just want to say bless up for having me tonight still in the boss. It was a good show, informative, even though, as I said, came into the Liverpool den. But I think I handled myself very well.
Yes, you did.
And just want to say to people, say, all right, continue to support the iRepSports movement, and don't know my movement already. Yes, at the TV. Come on, man, we have everything covered.
Tell them how to get in touch with you guys. Yasso TV, what else?
Yeah, man, we have Yasso at the TV. We also have the Yasso at the group. We also have the Yasso at the Instagram page. Just follow the entire
Where's the
movement,
group?
man.
Facebook?
Yeah, man, we have a Facebook group, man. Yes, right there.
All right.
Okay.
So
And
follow
it,
Levon and the team.
just follow the thing, man. All you say the movements. Just make us grow the thing together and a collaborative effort by both of us.
What about
It's further down
yourself?
the line. It's
Yes.
further on the agenda. So just continue to support the thing.
Yeah. All right. I want to just echo I guess what O'Neal said. Big up yourself, Levon. You are a brother for life. One of the young journalists them up and coming, you know. Him have everything pat and I appreciate you coming on the show and, you know, representing for Manchester United. For all Liverpool fans, you know, we can get it done at Manchester City if when them beat Chelsea, of course, and make Raheem Sterling give us a guard of honor. I will laugh at that. Yes. So big up yourself and we say all the time.
All right, folks. This is it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us here on iRepSports. I am Al Winter, Liverpool fan since 1986. So I saw some of the glory days back in the
Before
past.
Levon born anyway.
Me never even bought it.
So Demo, you go like your band them time. They nobody do it, bro.
No man,
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Dima wasn't a start, brother.
Oh man, 11 years after me just a pop up on the scene, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so this has been iRepSports, where we talk about the sport that we love. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like, comment, and share. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are on Instagram.
Yeah, man, don't tell them if you like, comment, and share alone. Now. Make sure you subscribe to the movement, too, man.
And subscribe. That's right.
Subscribe to, man. That counts, man. And just support the movement, man. And you can't just sit back and just watch this and not support the man.
See himself.
On the rate we just support with.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big talk. Big
That's
talk.
right.
Yeah, man.
All right. Bless you.
One rate.
Big up on yourself.
United forever.
Great.
All right, out.